Hi, it's Professor Monty. Let's talk about now how we're going to add numbers together without using a number line. Okay, so there's two simple rules. If we're adding two numbers and they have the same sign, we're just going to add their absolute values, meaning don't worry about if it's positive or negative, just add the numbers together and then keep whatever the sign was. If they're both positives, your answer is positive. If they're both negatives, your answer is negative. If they have different signs, you subtract the two absolute values. So don't think about signs again, just subtract the numbers, find the difference, and then keep the sign of whichever number we'll call larger, okay? Thinking about absolute value. So for instance, -6 would be larger than +2 because we're just looking at the 6 and the 2, their absolute values. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So we've got 2 plus 3. Well, think of any of these as you've got two friends. If you have a positive number, they're giving you money. If it's a negative number, you're giving them money. So think about this. I've got two numbers. They're both the same sign. Well, rule number one says same sign, just add their numbers. So if I add 2 plus 3, think one friend gives me $2, another friend gives me $3. Well, I'm just going to add those up and I'm going to add $5. They were both positive, so you just add the numbers and keep the positive. You keep their sign. Now I've got two numbers with different signs. One's negative, one's positive. So the first thing you do is find their difference. And don't worry about the negative in front of the 2. Just think, what's the difference between 6 and 2? So the idea is we're going to do 6 minus 2. The 6, the larger one, is positive, so my answer is going to be positive. So 6 minus 2, that difference is 4, but it's going to be a positive 4 because the bigger one was positive. Again, I give one friend $2. The other friend gives me $6. Oh, I'm $4 better off than I was to begin with. So 4 is my answer. And hopefully you don't have to do this. You can think that giving me money versus giving them money idea, and that'll help you out. Same sign again. Remember, I add the number, so I just add the 1 plus the 4. They're both negative, so I keep the negative. Well, 1 plus 4 is 5. The answer is going to be -5. Again, think that makes sense. I give one friend $1 and one friend $4. I'm $5 less than I had before. I gave away $5. And then lastly, 5 plus -3. Different signs. Subtract the numbers. Keep the sign of the larger one. The 5 is larger than the 3, so I keep that sign. Well, 5 minus 3 is 2. It's +2. That's my answer. Again, one friend gives me $5. I give the other friend 3 of those dollars. I still have 2 more dollars than I did to begin with. So think about it logically. Make sure that it makes sense. Practice as much as you need to. This is vitally important to going forward in math. You need to understand this and get your signs right and get the numbers right, of course. All right, keep working at it and you'll get it.